any voice.
Okay.
Are you sitting comfortably?
No.
Good. Then I'll begin. Quiet!
No.
Yep, just like a children's narrator.
Shut the hell up.
Let him finish.
No.
Let's start. Gulgrim and Venema walked in the forests of Lordaeron.
Foiled by teenage girls'
I
handwriting.
can't read.
Which sentence? They.
It's a
Perhaps.
comma slice.
Perhaps, might I
It's
venture,
a comma slice.
somebody who can actually read
Right.
it.
Gulgrim and Venema walked in the forests of Lordaeron. They were on important business. This forest is so dead, said Gulgrim to Venema, who simply let out a meh. At that moment, she remembered that she'd forgotten something in Brill and ran off, leaving Gulgrim there all alone. As Gulgrim tried to helplessly find his way through the thick, rotten forest, he heard the sound of a waterfall and godly singing. He headed off in the direction of the sound, only to gaze upon the most lovely sight he had ever seen. On a stone sat the sight that made Gulgrim's legs shake with excitement. An orcish beauty of epic proportions. His long golden, well, it's red.
I know.
His long red hair fell
It's
down.
more funny when it's gold.
Fell down over his shoulders
Tinsel.
and trailed along his chest.
Please call it copper. It's got to be poetic.
Some fucking retarded.
His chest
boy.
as the water from the waterfall gently
Bastardised the story.
Come on, Graham. I'm sure you learned to read.
Rained.
rained upon him. He had the voice of sirens. So beautiful it was that Gulgrim was instantly eager to waltz into the water. The beautiful orcish man with the fiery red hair noticed Gulgrim, and as a response brought up his massive manly bust. His breasts were neatly covered by pink shining clams, and in his hands he had a harp. Gremcock stood up on the rock as Gulgrim began to head towards the waterfall. He gently dipped his gracefully shaven leg,
Just the one leg.
which was shining from the moisture, into the water, and swam towards Gulgrim. He still played his harp and still sang the divine melody.
Duncan needs a hug.
I think Duncan needs some coffee. He's gone into shock.
I just kind of wonder what sort of impression Timmy's getting from this.
Quiet!
Don't make him read more.
The chieftain's getting impatient, Duncan, and you know what happens when the chieftain gets impatient.
Oh, he's about to cry.
Over.
Gremcock did not seem to have much for underwear.
He started crying now.
I'm not
Even
surprised.
wear underwear?
Yeah.
Just a
They are the
ripped
line.
ogre loincloth. Oh. As the two orcish men met in the middle of a lake, Gremcock threw his harp away.
What? Even?
It's an important story plot point.
And wrapped his arms around Gulgrim's neck, who in turn embraced the magnificent mix between manliness and womanly beauty. They pushed their thick lips together, and in that moment of passion, Gremcock's crimson beard and mustache tickled Gulgrim's skin ever so gently.
No, don't go that far.
It
The
gets
couple
worse.
began to swim towards the rocks
I didn't think
where
I heard this.
Gremcock had sat and began to undress. Gremcock dipped off his Dambra,
Canberra.
Clambra, and ripped his already ripped loincloth away. Gulgrim instead was working too slow for his own good. So Gremcock got impatient and tore off Gulgrim's clothing.
Don't. For the love of all things, God. Good.
The beauty in the waterfall was now naked in front of Gulgrim's eyes, in all of his shaven and hairy glory. Gulgrim's throbbing log was pointing out towards Gremcock, who gasped as his golden hair fell out of his face. His large, muscular form was strangely slimmer around his chest, and his large breasts made this even more obvious. Gremcock slowly went on his knees in front of Gulgrim,
Grim's acting this out.
looking up with a wry smirk. Woof!
And that's where it ends. Just as a disclaimer, Kergo wrote that, not me.
I'd just like to say a few words for the benefit of Kergo. First of all, you attend the Rolling Hills meeting that I, the wonderful Gulgrim, lead. And you say it's shit! Then!
It was.
Then! Shut up, you. Then! You write this load of shit! You're a dead man, Kergo. You're dead to me!